In 1905, in the heart of German East Africa, today's Tanzania, a miracle was whispered through the villages. They said holy water, Maji, could turn bullets into water. And with that belief, a spark of hope became a wave of rebellion. This is the story of the Maji Maji Rebellion, when faith, unity, and desperation collided against one of Europe's most brutal empires. At the turn of the 20th century, the Germans ruled East Africa with iron fists and guns. They forced Africans to grow cotton for export, not food for their families. Villagers starved. Men were whipped. And entire tribes lost their freedom and land. From the coast to the highlands, the people of Matumbi, Ngoni, and Yao whispered one question: how long will this last? Then came a man named Kinjikitile Ngwale, a spiritual leader from the Matumbi hills. He said the ancestors had spoken through him. He blessed water, Maji, and told his people that if they sprinkled it on their bodies, no German bullet could harm them. The people believed. For the first time, dozens of tribes, who had never fought side by side, united under one spirit and one cry: freedom. In July 1905, the first attacks began. German outposts, plantations, and roads were overrun. African warriors armed with spears, bows, and Maji rushed fearlessly into battle. At first, the Germans were stunned. They had never seen such unity, such courage. But faith alone could not stop machine guns. As the battles raged, bullets tore through the crowds. The Maji did not protect them, and thousands fell. Yet still, they fought on. Village after village rose, believing that death was better than life in chains. The Germans answered with scorched earth warfare. They burned fields, destroyed crops, and starved entire regions. By 1907, the rebellion was crushed. Over 250,000 Africans died, not just from bullets, but from famine and disease. Kinjikitile Ngwale had been executed early in the war, but his message lived on, that Africa's strength was not in weapons, but in unity. The Maji Maji Rebellion failed to defeat the empire, but it planted a seed. It taught Africa that freedom demands unity, that colonial power can break bodies, but never a people spirit. Decades later, that same fire would burn again. In the independence movements across Africa, the water didn't stop bullets, but it awakened a nation. Sparkles subscribed to ancient Africa tales for more stories of courage, sacrifice, and Africa's unstoppable spirit.